viewers on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the edition of the program Good Morning Salone, Magistrates Bramajana Pademba Road Court number 1 don't hand over the APC Secretary General Lassana Doumbia to the acting APC Chairman Ambassador Usman Fude Yansane through the Salone Bar Association of in bail condition. According to the Executive Director for the Salone Urban Research Center, Dr. Joseph McCarthy, don't say if governments not handle the way out the city they grew, Freetown go experience every disaster will go affect the city serious one. And today inside the program Good Morning Salone, Radio Democracy, they look at the Armed Forces Day and waiting RSLAF they do for position Salone Army as a modern military force now the sub-region.
Well, this and other story today inside the program, plus we go talk to Brother Suleiman Faris Jallo. We go talk about the importance of the Ramadan month. We don't begin today. Remember, say you're listening to we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and the Leorock Metal Group. They sponsor the Democracy for bringing the Good Morning Salone program come to you, powered by RSLAF. You're listening to we from across the country from the partner radio stations. Them Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5. Radio 1J11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kailan, Vopad Radio na Watalon, Voice of Sando Radio 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwi on 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujon District, Advocacy Radio Potloko District, Radio Kat Bami on 106.7 at Tonko Limba and at FM on 95.9 at Moyamba District. The program now Good Morning Salone. You can be part of the program by way you go send message to the number 077-981-981 or go now we get the Democracy Facebook page and also YouTube page. Also you go follow the program live. Drop a question on the issues them where we they discuss inside the program today. The program Good Morning Salone they continue and inside the program we they start for look at material. Them also they take first material. Also the presidential advisor on gender, Madam Aissata Jabi Kaba, say the worker will Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande and in Deputy Kanduna Salone are part of the commitment for CC Salone continue for enjoy peace. They talk this for Sika1 worker will Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande and in Deputy Kanduna Salone who say go serve as one of the guests for this year Armed Forces Day. We go be to the Wednesday, February 18. I'll be part of this engagement and put these reports together. Inside the year 2000, the United Nations will appoint Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande as Forces Commander for the United Nations mission at Salone in Amsil, where this na group of military officers them from different countries in the world, we come to Salone for help the government of the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba end the 11-year civil war, we start from 1991 to 2000. Part of enroll now for support government end the war and also help for disarm and demobilize ex-combatants them will be fed during the war. 26 years since the country gets peace, Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande and in Deputy Martin Luther Akwai don't come work on a Salone for know how the country don't enjoy peace and also take part on this year Armed Forces Day when I Wednesday, February 18. During this worker, Lieutenant General Ishmael Opande and in Deputy go work on a Makeni Bombale District when I be the headquarters for the Revolutionary United Front RUF and later visit Madam Aissata Jabi Kaba, gender advisor to President Julius Maada Bio and wife of the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba, and also present one book where they talk about war in Salone in Africa. Where they talk, Brigadier General Martin Luther Akwai, Deputy to Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande, when I be in boss during the country 11-year civil war, say because of the political support from the then President Ahmed Tijan Kaba, make them be able for end the war.
To thank my boss for bringing me across to see you. As I've stated, during our stay, the President was very supportive. What it was his leadership and the way he thought about the unity of this country that really helped. And last time I met him, it was a very bad occasion, but it was great. He shows how he took all of us as his own. When our officers died in that aircraft in Abuja, in Nigeria, at that time I was the Chief of Defense Staff, came to commiserate with us, and there was nothing as encouraging imagine at that. So we really, really thank you and wish you all the best. So really continue to lead and show that example. And I hope my country will be challenged by that.
Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande, now be the forces commander for UNAMSIL Salone, talk about how late President Ahmad Tijan Kaba be work together with the UNAMSIL force for sign the Lome Peace Agreement, we paved the way for peace na Salone.
I remember we worked very closely with the late President Kaba, and without his support, UNAMSIL at the time when I took over the responsibility of being the first commander of UNAMSIL, we would not, he always had an ear for us, and we didn't have to plead that, Mr. President, can we come and see you? We would just, go and he would listen to us. He gave us all the support. And I remember one other occasion when war was over and we were burning the weapons across in Lungi. Me, him, and the late Ambassador Olu. Yes, three of us started the fire. He was your late husband, President, was carrying one fire like this. I was carrying another one. So we all started the fire, and we said the war is finished.
Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande say the work away and deputy Duna Salone for see our government don't they maintain the peace we make it say other country them na Africa for land from Salone.
That's why when I was coming back here I said that I must go to Kenya where the headquarters of RUF was. Yesterday I met with the committee, Paramount Chief of both Kolini and Bombali together, and I felt very, very much. So thank you, Madam, and when you go back, we'll pass the message through another channel that you must be invited to come. And so the people of Sierra Leone, we want to thank you for keeping peace. I hope all of us, when I say all of us, African nation, we can learn from this, the tragedy of Sierra Leone and as well the tundra of the country to remain peaceful.
Inside in talk, the presidential advisor on gender and also wife of the late President Ahmad Tijan Kaba talk about how he feel about the worker where Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande and in deputy Duna Salone.
First of all, I feel very much proud. It shows that I appreciate the good work Tijan Kaba do, not only in Sierra Leone but in the whole world. It shows they appreciate the fact say the power been treat them fine. He will work with them diligently, effectively and efficient. So for me as a wife, that way they have. But as a country, we will continue to appreciate them people because they come at the time when we don't lose everything, we don't lose hope, we don't be no again waiting for do as a nation. So when they come at that time, they make sure they done the war. They not only done the war, they train we military for be a force we will record with. So for me, as a Sierra Leonean, I appreciate that one day.
Madam Aissata Jabi also talked about the role where the two forces to Jamandem play for make Salone get peace.
Of course, they did a fantastic job. That time the way the war they raged in this country through Akabai influence and everything, UN being for send troops there. And then in a respite for Sierra Leone. Because we know them ten and they don't lost faith in this military we get by then, don't lost faith in the security sector. So the UN send a troop who been based in Sierra Leone. So whether they been come, if you want to see the joy with Sierra Leoneans they been get na them, and because they may know say we don't get a credible and sustainable armed forces when we can support with. And also they not only come for can end the war, they also help for rebuild the military by then. So you now see say we get a structured military that due to that. So the importance of this visit, they remember back waiting they can enjoy in Sierra Leone. They enjoy the good work they do in Sierra Leone. How Sierra Leone people embrace them. So then things is after so many years they come back. So when we go back, when I go appreciate when I say more say, we go to Sierra Leone, we help them for bring peace, and the peace don't hold water. So and look at the developments we don't take place. So that's the significance of this particular visit.
Madam Aissata Jabi Kaba and for tell thank you to Lieutenant General Daniel Ishmael Opande and in deputy for the role we them play for make sure say Salone gets peace. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
The program Good Morning Salone will come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. In Saturday edition of the program, as we mentioned today, we look at the Armed Forces Day. For Sikadat, I want to welcome the program Defense spokesperson and Commodore Hassan Sie Kumba. We can talk about the Armed Forces Day, the activities and the plan for position the Salone Armed Forces as a modern military force, the Africa or West African region. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone. Yes.
Thank you very much. 98.1. I'm glad if Hona gets me there. I want to say good morning, Tona. I want to say Ramadan Mubarak to we listeners there.
Okay, and the Armed Forces Holiday, the Salone Day observant for appreciate and recognize the sacrifice of the Republic of Salone Armed Forces member them, including the one them we faced the World War and also the Salone Civil War. But for a proper understanding for the younger generation, I go come to the defense spokesperson, Air Commodore Hassan Kumba. We will take you through the history of the Armed Forces Day we Salone Day celebrates now.
Thank you very much for that question. It's always a pleasure for we or the RSLAF for that we come engage with people in our salon through this on our platform. So specifically on the Armed Forces Day, this is an activity where they happen annually in this country salon on the 18th February. In fact, now one of the most important dates in the national calendar. You find out say this day now holiday where we set aside for give honor for the one that we sacrifice, or the military people and we sacrifice their life, whether or not the one that we die, the fallen, whether or not the one that we don't retire, or the one that we currently serve. The history now important here, as you say. Before 2010, we've been observing what we call the Mayon Day. And this Mayon Day, we've been observing on the 24th of January. We also been to commemorate the historic victory where the Sierra Leone regiment during the Second World War them been do in January 1945, with troops them been defeat Japanese forces them. Now one place where they call Mayong. This Mayong, it been then a bomber where they call now Nyama. The Japanese them get this place now be a very strong position where we help them for contain the Allied forces them. But with troops them, the Salone regiment, when have been part of the West African Frontier Force, be able to defeat them and move them from this place. We mark a historic turnaround. Now the Second World War. This day been very important. So, in fact, the general, when have been a British Major General, who have been there in charge of them, been commend them and been write a special note on them troops here. So following this, we don't see them as something we're very important for now they remember then soldier waiting them in do at that time. And we dovetail now into we also fought other war than bomber na Douala when Cameroon. We get people and now we don't defect na UN na other parts of the world. So waiting can happen. When the war done again, you know, remember we've been get 11-year bloody war in this country. What this war had done in January 18, 2010, the government of the then President Ahmad Tijan Kaba, blessed memory, and the Ministry of Defense and the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces, we been see and say we get two important dates now. We get the Mayon celebration, and we also get now the war done on the 18th of January. So we been agree, say let we merge then two dates here, for let we able to come out with a day where now we go to honor all we fallen heroes then, people that will pay the ultimate sacrifice. And as well, remember the people that we don't retire, when are the veterans for waiting they don't serve, and also the one that we continue for serve. This also being extended to, for now we celebrate people that who don't lost during the war, during Ebola, during COVID, during the fire disasters that would happen, and even as recent as the November 26, 2023 field coup attempt. So for give a quick synopsis, the margin of the Mayon and the end of the war, now been born the Armed Forces Day, when now we celebrate on this day today, when at the 18th of February every year.
As you say now, more of public education for make the public aware of what in the army they do and also what in what they do for protection and security in the country. As a form of public education, you come and as Air Commodore, and you say this position is equal to a brigadier na the army
and Commodore na the Navy.
Commodore na the Navy. Mm-hmm. What are the difference between the Air Force and the Army and also the Marine?
Okay, there are so many things, but I will just put it in the simple way let people understand. Around the world, the best practice, now forget army or armed forces, where they respond to the different theaters them. In we case, we they look at 3 areas then. One, soldier then where they fight na ground, when are then the army. Soldier then where they fight na water, when are the navy, and soldier then where they protect to airspace, where they fly aircraft, and where they maintain bases then, where they protect aircraft infrastructure them, like the airports, when are the air force. So you will find out say some of the ranks them, then differentiate them. The army get in your ranks the way they use, the navy get in your ranks the way they use, then the air force get in your ranks the way they use. Me your rank na air commodore because na air force. If you go to navy, then they call him commodore. If you go to the army, then they call him a brigadier general.
So the commodore na the highest rank na the navy.
No.
Na the air force rather.
No. Well, in we on air force right now, na the rank than the way we get, but we by we establishment, let's just put we on in context. Now Salone, we armed forces, we highest rank we get na a lieutenant general. We na army rank. This lieutenant general, from there where you can do one more step, you meet a major general. From the major general, you can do one more step, we na a brigadier general, we na a million equivalent rank.
Back to the Armed Forces Day. You mentioned earlier, say, we don't begin celebrate or observe this day since 2010, and this day now for remember the fallen heroes them will be died during the country's civil war and other events that will happen. Now look at the importance of this day now the armed forces. How important this day be to now the armed forces and the country as a whole?
Thank you very much. So this day is very, very important to the members of the armed forces, whether you're serving or retired. It's also important to Sierra Leone. We all Sierra Leoneans then. Because we all aware waiting the armed forces stand for support and protect the lives and property of Sierra Leone and also contribute to national development. So if you get an institution like that, they contribute to your own development. This institution very important. So if this institution also get people and with them they pay ultimate prices, then they sacrifice themselves, they go better allow they reward them and appreciate them. So but this occasion, 2 main things were very important, and 2 main things why we did one. One, we want to commemorate all the one that we pay the ultimate price. If people don't come and die for you, you always need to remember them, you pray for them, you appreciate them. So that even in them families and who side them come out, then go no say una care for them, una still concerned about them. So you find out say the first way them people here go first na bomber and the peacekeeping that way they take part for, and the problems then when they happen, people that don't pay ultimate prices, we always they commemorate them, we they remember them. Additionally, we also they celebrate. We want to celebrate with veterans then. We don't come, they don't work for many, many years. They don't serve this country with true allegiance, with patriotism. If they don't retire, they don't go. You need for the call them one time and can appreciate them for what they don't do. So you find out say every year, we they bring in people that we don't retire. We also they commend, we appreciate, we they give awards to people we deserve. So you find out say like this year so, we they give awards to people that we currently deserve. In fact, we they go to the extent that we they give awards to people that we na international. We in our program just now, when I talk about General Upande, we give about 6 or 7 of them when from different countries. We will talk about later.
We go look at the activities that we're going to put together for mark this day. You mentioned say this day now for actually observe and celebrate the one that we sacrifice their life. Salone don't celebrate this day since 2010 to now. In any way, this day don't bring change within the armed forces.
Yes, indeed. This don't bring a lot of changes. One big thing where they do, if you they appreciate people, let's talk about motivation. If every time workplace day, we that work hard, you appreciate them, you get an award. This could be a motivation for others for letting them work hard. That's one. Then 2, looking at people and welfare. This is now an opportunity for let's bring families together. Let's bring loved ones together. Whereby we come together this year, we interact from with president, with ministers them, with parliamentarians them. Today you go see say we all they go converge na the Julius Maada Bio Pavilion na Paris Square na Wilberforce. we they interact with in an informal environment. So this they make we they understand ourselves better, we they know we family is better, and we they know we love one better. So a whole lot of things they be now. That soldier now we go in a war front, like Yenga for example, and no say this kind glady they happen. Except they reach them because this is what they do. So not only Julius Maada Bio Pavilion will they do this activity. This they spread across the RSLAF in the country. Every brigade, every unit get celebration where they bring them together. So these are just few of the things where they bring. But they enhance a lot of things in terms of operations and administration at the RSLAF.
How would they use this day for advocates, for talk for the welfare of soldier them whether I or other ranks them? Because when you go to these areas you mentioned, like the Yenga or the border areas, them the military infrastructure challenging and to then get mobility challenge and other one them. How do they use this day for position the concerns of then serving forces here so to the authorities them we concern?
Thank you very much. You know, this day for we very important. One major thing where they happen this day, apart from the awards that when they give to people, you understand? This is not the day where we president, and they can't talk to we, and they tell we in aspiration, and they tell we tin them, where they tell we say this president, and they think about we, and they tell we in plans and we get for we, and they tell we so many things them, where from experience and over the period, during them discussion here, now they tell we tin them where we know area itself, where most times it can be mind blowing. Where the hear is soldier and they holler all over the pavilion because it is set in there. I don't know what's in there in speech, but I assure you say it gets in there we get for saying.
They expect salary increments.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to go into that. But all I say, bossman, this particular day, most times, the president can tell you something where they make with a gladdy. Okay. And it's very important to you.
And when it comes to the protection and security of the people, you see the RSLAF now then they in charge, whether external aggression or other one them. And when you talk about modern equipment and position of the army, different people in Salone gets them, concerns them, or get their own positions there. But when you look at, for instance, the unit where you come out, or the area where you come out, where you get for with the Air Force, when you talk about Salone get an Air Force wing, then go they ask why we get an Air Force wing, we not get air assets. In modern army, then think say this all for be available. How this day go able serve as a reminder to the authorities we concerned that the army need these things for be able to compete with other armies in the sub-region.
Yeah, so like I say, we engagement with the government of Sierra Leone, the presidency and in cabinet, in terms of transforming the RSLAF. This done started for a very long time. In fact, when this president take over in 2018, the first thing that we move for the RSLAF was for let's bring back tri-service. Because now the president, where he been there, where he been come initially.
Yes,
where he been come initially. Now during the NPRC days, now he introduced the tri-service in the RSLAF. However, over the period and after the war, they been transformed back into another structure we then call the Joint Force Command. We've been reduced the Air Force and the Navy. And mind you, we're in there, we've been get aircraft them. Even where Pakaba in there, we've been get up to 5 aircraft them. We've been get gunship. Where would they fly? We've been get aircraft them. But over the period where the war can done, it become challenge, competing interests, education, health, and other things. Then say, let's cut down, especially where most of we economy have been donor driven. So the only way they give the money, they may decide say, let's reduce the strength of our army and our capability. So as a result, we've been lost into here. But we come back 2018, say yes, this may not happen, but let's move towards tri-service. And today we don't get the tri-service. This is because we don't see say the threats to Salone. Even though we did far from the Sahel and other side them, where they see terrorist groups them. But these days, terrorism, boundary not dependent. Anything can happen. And right now, we know in position ECOWAS. So it briefed about waiting to happen. So a day to in heart and in government for let it capacitate the Air Force, Navy, and Army so that we go able to deal with any threat to go in the future. For the Air Force, we think about for we able to get surveillance equipment them. We already see waiting to happen at the West. Or we see what it happen in Russia, Ukraine, we see what it happen in the Middle East, where drone, they play high, they show high effect on the war. So we think about bringing surveillance capability for law know what's going to happen now with border, law know what's going to happen now with sea, and how we go support the Navy patrol, how we will support the land border patrol. So capability in terms of details, we work on them right now. And the president ready, the government ready for do that. The measures and how they do them, probably I will discuss them later, whereby we do a lot of partnerships, we do a lot of public-private partnerships them for able to acquire capabilities them.
That's to keep back. You mentioned earlier, say this day now a day una put aside for motivate soldiers in the army. The issue of welfare, that one way don't be key. Earlier on, my colleague asked you about the issue of welfare. When you talk to mostly junior staff them or staff them in the army, one thing where they will tell you off record that condition of service for them in the army very poor. The army don't get different heads. Now we talk about the present head of the army and the administration of the RSLAF. How much should I prioritize the condition of service of current soldiers that we serve in the army?
Thank you very much for that question. I want to assure the people of Sierra Leone today, say, this current leadership in the RSLAF, we personnel them. Now then, the most important resources them we believe in. Other resources than they will, but not the personnel. Then welfare, we don't do a lot for transform them. We get transformation agendas them, several of them. The terms and conditions of service, we try for review them. We look at how we go. We don't look at them in terms of welfare issues them, in terms of training and education, in terms of then clothing, waiting and they wear then uniform them, the equipment them, then salary, then pension, then accommodation, then health, and then post-service life. I can go further for break that we're all into. Let's look at some of the welfare issues then. Before this current leadership, we've been what we call where soldier die, then we make pause for her. I assure the audience say, we don't raise down there to 1,000 folds. 1,000 folds. What will be meeting us and waiting now with the give about 1,000 folds. We also been waiting we call where soldier one married, waiting in the game. Then they say if we don't increase them in multiple folds. In fact, waiting with the worry for now. This don't make now people soldier they go married now, you know they spend much. Because waiting alone with the game, they go able to make it to a basic. I don't say if you want to do high-end married though, but if not that basic no more you want to do for settle your life, you don't want to impress people. These are the things that this world don't do. So when you die now, we're not the only go give you meager and one bag rest. Would they give you rest? Would give you this money? Would give you vehicle? Would give you fuel? Would they make sure say the leadership go represent the RSLAF in that way they will patronize with your family. And after that, before when you don't die, 3 months, then they pull you in the barracks. But now we don't make them wait die. 6 months now they take in the barracks before you left. If I also go to accommodation, right now we do a lot. We don't do a lot of engagement through public-private partnerships and other things. For now, able to build barracks accommodation for we personnel them. Currently, the leadership they work towards some of them high value. Then we barracks they all get. Now place them in high value places. Them the cost of giving them up is high. We did look at. We don't discuss them. We don't take on defense council for let them allow you. We for example Juba. We sell Juba. We sell Juba. The money they come up from there, we go build 1,000, 2,000. We still work on the figures, the final figures. We go build them quarter in there. Then we able to accommodate to soldier them.
So now I want to give up some barracks thing.
Yes, so that we go able to accrue money from there, so that we able to centralize the soldier. I tell the audience and my brother. Currently, we challenge with housing with personnel. That's fact. If I not talk line about 30-something personnel, 30% of we personnel there, now in the barracks. And now when something happens, you need them one and they're very urgent. You're not going to get them so easily. So as I say, personnel is important in we resources. We want to build barracks in places where now we go there, and anytime we call them, they're available. Anytime we want to move them, we're available. And then life will get better.
Because this housing issue na a very serious concern where, like my colleague mentioned, some of them, other ranks, and they talk to the media, maybe due to our policies, they know they hear them out, but they go discuss with you. And Wilberforce, for instance, plenty of the houses, them or some of the houses, them according to concern that now military personnel and bill them for themselves. And this is a very serious concern.
Okay. You're absolutely right. So, this just they justify why they tell you say the 30% are accommodated. But we get some personnel then we don't help them in other areas, some of them they go peacekeeping mission. When they also now looking at after them. So when they come back, they can get small money. Then they approach the administration and say, okay, we want to build something where we go stay there. If you want to do that, will they allow you? You allowed to build quarters there, you build and you accommodated there. So, but all this we don't find out in a problem. That's why you know get that meager money. You want to go along for like do that in there. Now make now we try for trade off them place here, them places here, and then build something for them where at least befit them and go able to keep them families together and you go able to use them where you want. But also I want to talk about health, whereby this time I go talk about we reforms them what we want to do, transformation what we want to do, and the health. I think when I go down the interview some of my colleagues, then go talk about something where this present government do for 34 hospital. The hospital been doing a 100-bed hospital, but the government, current leadership, the government through the first lady in office, don't pour a lot of resources in that place. Now we don't upgrade it into a 600 bedroom hospital. We do so many things now, forget PPP and other things, so that we'll get equipment them and get expertise them for let them come.
How accessible them facility are this to the military? Because the last time I checked, some of the facilities are private owned.
No, well, we say private owned.
Not private partnership.
Well, not just few of them. I know say the try for probably talk about the CT scan. So, like I say, some of the facilities them way or equipment the way the place need, we'll never get them all it. We'll try for use public-private partnerships for get them. And one of them, well, for mention here, now the CT scan we talk about. The CT scan, they serve both the armed forces personnel and then the public. If you go there, you find out say the rate where the price where we as military personnel they pay. Some of them facilities here will not pay as military personnel. You however get a high-end one. If you want them, the color and other thing, then we will go extra. Then we'll ask you for some money. But not compared to the civilian, the civilian who they can. What the civilian they pay full. And most times, again, we administration, money they will set aside for support soldiers that wouldn't sick. And they assure you we don't do some neurosurgery and some other operation and treatments them. We cost the RSLAF huge sums of money. So we also get provision for just for look after their welfare. Would they go extra for spend for their health? Okay.
Continue for the between the program in name na Asanse Komba, where na the defense spokesman and air commando na RSLAF. Continue for the between the program. When we come back to you, we can look at the activities and what don't put together for mark this day. The program na Good Morning Salone. Inside the program now, we'll go for this break.
The African Ramadan show is back, bigger than ever.
Yes, so this is Gentry Palam show, and this year African double the cash winnings, more than 1 billion old leons in mega prizes, plus plenty exciting surprises inside this Ramadan promo.
For qualify, just dial *777# or call or send blank SMS to 777 for just 2 new leons, and you will get 2 leons on net call until midnight.
And wait, if you choose AfriMoney, you go double your chances every single day.
Watch the show live Mondays to Fridays, 7:45 p.m. on African Salone Facebook page, AYV TV, Afri Radio 105.3 FM, and other radio stations them nationwide. This na Ramadan Gentry Palam. Win big and shine bright.
Me sister, better don't come for we country.
Like how?
Well, we don't get the opportunity for get back money and property them where government workman and other people can get bank corruption, money laundering, and plenty other yuki business. Then call this asset recovery. International law like the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, we own anti-corruption law, and the anti-money laundering law self-support them.
Who that stand there before for make this happen?
Now the Anti-Corruption Commission and the Financial Intelligence Agency, but in not up there, they can work with other agencies there like the banks, the police, the judiciary, and the international partners them.
Baba, this not good enough. But how this go benefit we country?
Their money and assets where they take back from corrupt people them, government can use them for bring more development, we go better the life of Salone people them. But if this for happen, therefore make sure say them fan with them for work together one with partners them na Salone and other countries them, so that we go able to recover more assets. Same way so, therefore make sure say they investigate and take stronger action against anybody where they fail not say make investment overseas with money where the person gets pan corruption, no matter who that the person be. Again, therefore get proper policy wey go guide them how for use their assets when they get back, so that yuki no go dey at all. This message comes from Transparency International and Salone with support from the European Union Rapid Grant through Transparency International Secretariat na Berlin, Germany.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA. Inside Africa today, money they move with speed, but not only with trust. And trust in name na Africash by UBA. Whether you then in Nigeria or Ghana, Kenya, Liberia or Salone Seth, Africash they connect all African country them. With Africash, you go able send and receive money outside Salone to other African country them. Simple one. Whether you get account with UBA or not, it no matter. UBA design Africash for all man, any size and anytime inside Africa. If fast, you go able send and receive money direct na any UBA bank or any UBA branch or agent office. Yes, oh yes, Africash they give you the power for do am easy one with no stress. Na Africash na the bra for send money na all the African country them. Go na any UBA branch or agent location today for send and receive money one time. For more information, call we na 078-200-200 or email we na cfcsierraleone@ubagroup.com. UBA, Africa's global bank, one brand, partnering for progress.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue, and they can say from 98.1 FM. As we mentioned, it's our power headline today, the start of Ramadan, and for can talk about what's expected of Muslim during this month of Ramadan, and also the importance of make we go talk to one Islamic motivational speaker with our brother Suleiman Faris Jallo. I want to welcome him to the program. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone.
Yeah, okay, welcome. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, I continue for stay with you. We come to you shortly.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue, and inside the program we they take another material inside the Chief of Air Staff and Defense spokesman at the Ministry of Defense, Asanse Kombase, for support government by the human capital development, make the Ministry of Defense they recruit plenty young people them every year at the military. They talk this inside the Ministry of Information and Civic Education weekly press conference where they can hold for update the public about different activities them where the ministry department and agency them can do. Well, for more on this, make we join reporter Sonia Bella.
Inside the every Tuesday press briefing, where the Ministry of Information and Civic Education can organize for give updates to the public, but seeing them what the government done they do now the different ministry, departments and agency them, the Chief of Air Staff and Defense spokesman, now the Ministry of Defense RSLAF, Hassan Sekumba, don't go talk about some party them when not they happen now the Ministry of Defense, and also why they remember the Armed Forces Day every February 18.
This Armed Forces Day, we define them as a day for two main things. One, we want to commemorate, we want to remember people. We want to remember fallen heroes. We want to remember people that will die for sacrifice for this country. Also, we want to celebrate people there. People and they will currently they work, people and they will don't retire. They know that age, but they don't retire. And when they work, they make a lot of achievements. And people and they will currently deserve. Themselves, we want to appreciate them. And now 2 things will they do. 1, will they commemorate, will they remember people, and 2, will they celebrate people.
That's now be the Chief of Air Staff and Defense spokesman, now the Ministry of Defense RSLAF, Hassan Sekumba, as he made about why they remember the Armed Forces Day. Commodore Hassan Sekumba also call on people them for join them for member this day. Commodore Hassan Sekumba continue for talk about the role where the Ministry of Defense don't they play for support young people them.
But from your ministry and RSLAF point of view, few things they know to do. Right now, as I tell you, we get a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Youth so that we will help them for identifying youths where we go collaborate with and work with. 1, for them be a pool for recruit people for Canada, RSLAF. Then 2, for support the youth cover scheme. Then get a youth cover scheme where then can go train people and we training establishment. They can go there, spend some time and do some training. We can give them small military orientation. Where over the years they don't really help with some of the youths and when they go through that scheme and who can employ them, the kind mentality where they can come with. So as I talk about the recruitment program, in the final stage, if you look at one of the criteria, for them between the age of 18 and 25, it's not youth.
Commodore Hassan Sekumba and say the Ministry of Defense will continue for support government for impact young people then by the different government youth development initiative program them as way for help push human capital development to go before. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Sonia Bell, the report.
Well, for the report today, we can join with studio guests. We Abidon introduced to you earlier inside the program. We can talk about importance of Ramadan when our brother Suleiman Faris Jallo, Islamic motivational speaker. Sheikh, once again, good morning.
Now, how do we?
Yes, we don't start the month of Ramadan today. What does this mean in the Islamic calendar?
نعم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. نعم, and concerning the question where you ask, when the importance of Ramadan, how it mean to we the Muslims them, the believers them, and the month of Ramadan important because inside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he revealed the Quran. And this month here, not only the month where Allah revealed the Quran, but a month of mercy, a month of preparation, a month of spiritual uplifting. And in this month, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in the Quran, he say, Kutiba alaykum siyam. We don't ordain upon na, when the ayu alladhina amanu o una believe, we don't ordain the fasting upon na, la'allakum tattakun, so that una will become God conscious. So this month here is important to we because na a month we be say the uplift we spirituality.
In the uplift we spirituality, and you don't talk about how important it is to Muslims them all over the country, all over the world. Now we look at what's expected of a Muslim during the month of Ramadan.
And in this month of Ramadan, what is expected for a Muslim? It is expected for you to abide by the rules which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave. Like for instance, you have to fast in this month of Ramadan. And when they say the fasting, it is not just about leaving your food and water, right? You have to be in the means wherein Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will please with you. Because so many people will say, I will leave the food and water, and then they will not abstain from the other things. That they not abstain from the other things then. And we say will make them fasting a problem. Like the Prophet Salam, one we tell we say, Rubba sa'im laysa lahu min siyami. He say somebody go fast and this person no go get anything from in fasting. Why in say so? Because this person here, he go there the fast, engage in the means we will be say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala go please with them. Number one, this person go engage in hateful speech and bad words and things that will make a reduce in fasting. So for you as a believer, you have to fast and abstain from sinning and try to uplift yourself in the ibadahs, like reciting the Quran, increasing your salah, and doing other things like the dhikr, so that you can be able to uplift your spirituality.
Now, when you talk about fasting and you say not only food, is it permitted for smoke during the way you fast, or do other activities where they absorb food into your system, like take injection or other things?
No, and concerning this one, these are some of the things that will break your fast, like smoking or taking injection that is nutritious. Any substance that is nutritious that will sustain you throughout the day.
We listeners say make it talk the Creole.
The Creole, okay. No problem, sure.
Okay.
No, okay. And like if you take something, right? Like any substance, you inject them in your body for make you become nutritious or feel the hungry throughout the day. That particular substance they break you fast. And again, if somebody smoke, we know say the smoking it pass through the routine, the lungs, right? It go through the lungs, and some man when you don't smoke, it becomes satisfied. And the fasting, they for make we train with body from the hunger or the thing, but routine for make we get spirituality may increase. That is la'allakum tattakun. So the smoking and the injection, if you be say that injection the way they take, they help you for make feel the fast, but no more sick you sick. That particular sick, the injection no contain any nutritious food, then it's permissible for me to take about. Hence, you get nutritious food inside where they sustain you for making you feel the fast. Then it's not permissible.
Would I for fast during the month of Ramadan, and would I not for fast?
Well, and wait and see, and concerning the fasting, then get surut. You understand? We get the law, and we get the people and we be say they're permissible for make them fast, and why not permissible for make you fast? And the condition for make you fast, number one, if you become a believer. If you be somebody where you believe in La ilaha illallah, for say nobody no worthy for worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This person forget his firm belief. And number two, this person here forget 5 senses. If you day in 5 senses. And number three, the person for fall, we are in the people who are exempted from fasting. Right? These are the people, although there are other conditions, but these are the top conditions. One, the person for believe in Islam, and this person getting 5 senses, and this person they among the people who they exclude not for fast, because we get certain people who not for fast, like the one who is sick, right, or the one who travel, or the one who be say it breastfeed in Pekin, but because of that breastfeeding day, if you fast it disturb in Pekin, then that particular person then exempt them until the Ramadan done, then he can pay the remaining fast. Now,
Sheikh, when you talk of the month of Ramadan, a holy month, where this not time where Muslims they come together for fast, make we look at waiting Muslims are out there and also non-Muslims they expected for during this holy month of Ramadan.
Now, and concerning this question, a very important question. Right, and concerning the Muslims, then this now the Mondays where would they say like where somebody gets a yearly training program. You understand? A yearly training program where that training program don't reach, you try for make you attend them and train yourself well, so that you go able for carry on your duties them inside the other months them. So you for try for make sure you do the things them as you as a believer, as a Muslim, for make you able for uplift your spirituality. That means your iman, you able uplift us. So outside the month of Ramadan, you go able to do more, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will please with you. When you come to the non-believer, when are the non-Muslim, well, as we for no say, when we day together as one, we forget the tolerance, you understand? You able to tolerate your company for make you able for practice and religion. So when you company on time to reach, try for give you time, you chance for able practicing religion. You understand? As we in a tolerance country, we for live in that tolerant way so that peace and harmony go there. So allow the person your time to reach, making able do in spiritual ibadah worship. We will find.
Is it compulsory for a Muslim for fast during the holy month of Ramadan?
Yes, a compulsory for make it fast because now something we Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't decree upon we. Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, O una don't believe, kutiba alaykumus siyam. We don't ordain upon una the fasting, we don't command una for make una fast the month of Ramadan. Kutiba, we say kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum, like how we be prescribed upon those who come before una. And he continue for say la'allakum tattakun, so that una will be God conscious. So na compulsory something Allah commander upon we for make we do them, and not commander for make we become starve, but waiting for make we get spiritual upliftment and for make we successful and earn in mercy.
Whose age somebody for start for fast and whose age for stop for fast, or whose age for begin for fast?
And according to the ruling, and the time where somebody they feel the maturity, we not say at the age of 13 to 14, and somebody they begin feel right. You know, say the maturity they start within that time they like for see the puberty here, right? At that time they don't see a fasting don't become compulsory upon you. And again, the somebody will be say fasting don't become compulsory upon our pertaining the age. This means the somebody will be say it don't reach an age will be say a no go able for sustain. Though in that time they will be say if he fast, like somebody will don't reach then 80 years, but if he able for fast to get the stamina and go fast. But if the stamina not there, well, hence they carry the age at that old age and not go fast. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say for fast now go be better for him and that go be good for him.
Continue for the way to the program in name Brother Suleiman Faris Jallo, where they talk about the importance of the Ramadan month we don't begin today. Continue for the way to the program. We come over to the other studio guests with Commando Hassan Sekomba, when the defense spokesman, we therefore talk about the Armed Forces Day. Let me look at some of the activities that we one of them put together for mark this day. Take me through some of the activities that one of them put together for celebrate this day.
Thank you very much. So the activities of the day, I go one count to that, but I just want to let you permit me for make my audience they understand say waiting now we call Armed Forces Day. We don't little bit transform them recently into Armed Forces Week. We normally a week, but it is spanned for 2 weeks. So on the 2nd and 3rd of February, we'll be get what you call inter-service drill competition at the Julius Maada Bio Parade Square. This will bring together the Army, Navy, Air Force, we'll talk about, and other support commands them for letting them demonstrate the discipline through drill and witness. And be a competition. We've been very good. We also help with a lot of Yamaku that they go take part in the final parade. And the 14th, we'll be get the long march. We'll be walk from Atuga Stadium to the Lumley Beach. This will also help we not for only show we physical endurance, but for how for build resilience. Where they push people them for let them work at that kind of distance. On the 15th, we will get the interfaith service because we remember people. So we may look at bringing the Muslim and Christians and together as RSLAF, so we can do. This day we've been set aside, we've been doing. We pray for people them we don't die and they're on their way day. Then we also go to the war grave where we go do the same service day and remember we honor we fall in one same. So the 16th we been get graduation ceremony because again we associate welfare training. We get what we call we Armed Forces Technical Education College, where we can carry people and go train and get them knowledge what we need for let them help with. So we've been do this. And now today we're at the main event, we're at the 18th. This day in SSSF, let I talk about that now. This is not the day we'll go for do certain things. And one, we'll go for present, we call us them. Earlier on, I tell when I say, Usa have been the joint force, now we don't go to a tri-service and get inside the Army, Navy, Air Force and support commands. So the president insists in the camp on the parade, they take them flag here. He say, this Air Force now I call of this year, Navy now I own this year, Air Force now I own this, support command now I own this, whether not the training command now or the supply service command or the combat support command. So then all give them flags in there. Once it do them say, now it's sacred tradition. If you set up any establishment, you forgive them flag and do that tradition. This is going to be followed by honors and awards them, who they give to deserving people. This year, what's unique about it, who they give 6 or 7 people when they are foreigners. Who they give 2 Nigerians. We give 1 Kenyan, when a General Opande, where we on a program talk about just now. Martin Luther Agwai, now one of the Nigerians, who they give. Then the current chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, when they can represent all the Nigerian soldiers who become fighting in this country, the one that will die and the one that will get problem. Would they honor them? Would they give tribute to them? So now could they give them then this award there? Then we also give the British them one of the, if una fumble and recall, there was one time where the British Special Air Service then can rescue some of them people on the west side. One of them soldier been died. The commander will carry them a day now, inside they can receive award because of that thing they will them do. Then also the Guineans them. Now we neighbors them. People they say, oh Guinea, will they get a problem with Guinea? But we think say during this war the Guinean them come to rescue as well. And Salone, as we all know, with a peaceful country, we look at resolving the younger issue through peaceful means. We want to use this opportunity for extend relationship. The CDS to the CDS, we can the CDS na Guinea and the CDS na Salone. This is now an opportunity for let we give this award to them and also engage them so that soft power will be used for resolving issues them. Then so these are the people that we get for give award. We also get Sierra Leonean and generals them we then get for give award for positions that we then hold and waiting and undo. Then this get for cut across to soldiers them. But now a symbolic one no more than go do. But we get several hundreds of soldiers them where over the period they don't do very well. Then get for give them awards them. But it will be a symbolic one on that day. So from that now, the parade will go around. Then, like I've been saying, the president will talk to we all and the nation.
The parade, is it open to the public?
Yes. And in fact, I want to use this opportunity to invite people for camp. You got to think about invitation. No, but this is not a national day, not a national program. You get right for camp as long as you go peacefully sit down, watch, and then go back. So people are welcome. We look at that.
When the parade starts, you invite the public. For go. When did they start?
So
and outside the B?
Yes. Now, so guests them for beginning arrive 12:45 today in the afternoon, and then the program go run like for 4 hours. We go to done around 16:45. But we must note that where president they go program. If you see president not arrive, people know they arrive. People know they come back after him. So we go encourage people then for come before 12:45.
Okay. Now, the Mayon Mess, you mean?
Yes. Now, the Mayon Mess, we get the parade square. They wouldn't call Julius Mada Bio Parade Square. Outside them, we used to call hockey pitch.
Okay. Continue for stay with me inside the program. We go come back to you, defense spokesperson, Commodore Hassan Sie Kumba. Inside the program, they talk about the Armed Forces Day, the activity and plan for position the Salone Army as a modern military force na the sub-region. The program Good Morning Salone, they continue at AME.
Inside the program, they take one power headline story them outside the media relations manager for African Money, Abdul Karim Sissese. Inside this Ramadan month, African Money don't budget over 1 billion loans for them customer them na the Ramadan promotion. Abdul Karim Sissese talk this inside the Gentry Palamp Ramadan promotion where them pull na do for them customer them all over the country. But for more on this, make we join with reporter Fenella Edith Stunting.
Inside every Ramadan month, African Morning Salone can do the Ramadan promotion for the customer them, as they can carry with different name and promotion. For sake of that make, then they carry with the Gentry Palam promotion, where African Money customer them go get chance for win different prize them, where go cost them over 1 billion loans. The media relation manager, Abdul Karim Sissese, be explained more.
Ramadan at a way official they carry with exciting show. And this year the show for really be touching because of the level of creativity where the show therefore showcase. The Ramadan show a moment for that we bond, but also that we show the level of appreciation to the subscribers all around the country. We now ourselves believe say we subscribers deserve the most uniqueness in terms of the viewing experience during Ramadan, and that we always can go length and breadth for bringing to them the most innovative TV experience ever. This year, we say gently palam because waiting we subscribers the viewers therefore see, ever touch the screen in the history of TV viewing in Sierra Leone.
Abdul Karim Sise continue for talk about the thing them where AfriMoney don't put together.
But not only that we get a TV show, but we also they cater for the family on ground. We don't put together very interactive engagements for the family. Now the different places where we get for show and different sides where they therefore see the AfriCell and AfriMoney team visit. Stay tuned. We make sure say we cater for everybody.
Where in the talk about the importance of the guarantee per lamp, the Macom's manager na AfriMoney, Commander Kuruma, they get this for say.
This year, we go bigger and want for do things better. The Ramadan show always gets your distinct feel, they get in style, and they get in taste. So from what we do last year, we decided for double all of the prices. We double the AfriMoney cash winnings this year from what we do last year. And we get a total price but of over 1 billion only. We will talk about Ramadan show, something creative, something very colorful, or something very nice. What kind of price they will get inside? We get bags of rice, we get routers, we get Samsung smartphone devices and airtime. All of these winnings they amount more than 1 billion audience, and they start at 745 p.m. But one will tell people out there, as I don't say, I'm saying always care for people. The Ramadan should not just open to Muslims, they open to Christians and people of diversity.
The marketing director for AfriMoney, John Conte, talk about what the AfriMoney subscriber them get for benefits per days.
We also put the AfriMoney rice truck and street again this year. And this time, na triple blow now the key. Because we get 3 trucks. So we put the rice truck now the streets of Freetown, or the streets of Bow, or the streets of Kenema, or the streets of McKinney, for every subscriber and able for benefit from them. Once you access the truck, and then you dial *161 *11 hash from the AfriMoney line for able for access what we call the AfriMoney Ramadan bundle, but also you access a voucher where they be presented to the truck. If you buy the bundle and the truck not there in your area, you get the Ramadan bundle, all the things already there. But the voucher for collect the rest, you know they get them. This year we ask all the AfriMoney subscribers for ask AfriMoney for Sunakati. You dial *161 *1 *3 hash from the AfriMoney line. Choose option 4 and send the request. We will tell you say your request done successful, and we will send the money for you. We will select the random one the way we will forget the Sunakati. You can ask for between 1 million and 250 million every day for when Ramadan start. We will select 10 random numbers and go receive waiting a request from AfriMoney. We will go on the radio, we go there on the AfriMoney Facebook page, and we will call the number and they for make them confirm say they don't get the Sunakati from AfriMoney. The Palam, use AfriMoney for double your chance. You go star 777 hash, you will see the option whether the airtime you want to use or you want.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue, and we they come over to we studio guest with brother Suleiman Faris Jallo. We they in the studio for talk about the importance of the Ramadan month. Let me look at this holy month. There are things that where many people go say Muslim there for eat, Muslim there not for eat. You as a spiritual somebody we don't read and learn the Quran. What's not some of them things here so food here so we a Muslim for eat during the holy month of Ramadan?
Okay, now this is a very important question, because the question not go only for inside Ramadan, even going outside the month of Ramadan, because what they eat outside the month of Ramadan, now they eat inside the month of Ramadan again. And when in coming to Islam, there are certain foods where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibits we the believers them not for it. Allah not only prohibit them, but He prohibit them because of we health condition. And number one of the food them as a believer not for it inside and outside of Ramadan. Number one, now the meat of the swine, right? The pig as a Muslim, Allah don't say we not for eat them, right? And again, the other food we will not for eat like a snake, animals them where they walk on the belly, right? Or animal will be say it get nails except for few, right? Like we get the cutting grass, the fall they get nails, right? But the other animals then will be say prohibited for let we eat them. And the one them will be saying animal we get stores, we call them store, then get shoe, right? Then the permissible for we eat them food then they. And when it comes into the food, other food they will not for eat inside the month of Ramadan again. Like if somebody give you food, now a female give me food, we be say, I know say, we are say this female here, not get a man. It don't by himself. It not get a man, we married. You understand? He give me a food, we be say this somebody and I him boyfriend don't give him the food, he don't provide for her. I don't know aware of that, I not go eat them. Right? And again the other food again one not go eat inside the month of Ramadan and outside the month of Ramadan. If I know say this particular somebody here now gamble in the play. That this person here inside the ceremony again I say gamble, then in cook a food they give me, another eat from that food day because of waiting they gamble where they play. And again, the one again will be say it do riba, right? And riba Allah mentioned inside the Quran in color interest. Do you understand? The interest again, a prohibit from who eat from that food. If somebody prepare food without interest, the Islam not permissible for me to eat from them.
So
no.
Again, is it advisable for a Muslim for accept a food from a non-Muslim during only month of Ramadan?
Yes, it is acceptable for making accept food from the non-Muslim, right? Prior to you look to the food where they give you, if you not go against the one where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordained. If you go against the one where Allah say no eat, even if na Muslim give you, no eat them. You understand? Because Allah don't tell you say this particular thing no eat them. Because we know they obey the creation, we left the one we create with. The one we create we say that this will not for do not go do them, and we follow to that.
What in the Muslim or believer for do during this month of Ramadan in terms of almsgiving and practicing the other pillars of Islam?
We know say Islam and we get 5. Bunyal Islam khams, the pillars of Islam na 5. Number 1 na for the testification, right? For bear witness say Allah na one and not get any partner. And the second one na for perform your 5 daily salah. And the number 3 na the fasting. The number 4 we get the zakah, and the number 5 na the hajj. And their pillars them the one we did into right now na the fasting. The other one them we get the salah. You go make sure say you increase your salah. You perform your 5 daily salah inside and outside of Ramadan. Not for left the 5 daily salah. And the charity, we need to give so much charity inside this month, because the charity is something where they soften the heart. Anybody where they pull in the give, they get strong hearts. And where you give, the more you give, the more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they forgive you. Right? And we get the hajj. The hajj nana yearly it can happen. And then they for the one way it be say it gets the upper hand for goodie. If you not get the upper hand for goodie, it not compulsory upon you. Same goes to the zakah. The zakah we get the annual zakah, where is not the annual charity, right? Where the year the round of the particular money where you get the amount where reach that amount they then calculate them, then you can pull 2.5% per annum, right? You give as the annual charity. We get the normal charity, we be saying that the charity who they give for the work on the street, assist somebody, I pull a system. If I see somebody they down our system, then at the charity for try for do so much inside this month of Ramadan.
Okay, continue for stay with you inside the program. In name na Brother Suleiman Faris Jallo, Islamic motivational speaker. We talk about the importance of Ramadan as the Ramadan don't start today across the country. The program Good Morning Salone they continue, and inside the program we still get a Commodore Hassan Kumba, Chief of Air Staff and Defense Spokesperson. We will come to you shortly. We go to court, we say Magistrate Bramaja, Pademba Road Court number 1, Don Andoba, the APC Secretary General Lansana Doumbia to the acting APC Chairman Usman Fodi Yansane through the Bar Association as part of in bail condition. Well, for more on this, we join Fatu Yangaji Baba.
Monday, 16 February this year, the APC Secretary General Lansana Doumbia been appear in a court for the 3 counts charge where police be charge him for incitement, insulting language, and insulting behavior against the President Julius Maada Bio. Magistrate Mustapha Bayamaja no been agree for sidon pan this case. For sake of the concern we engage say the lawyer them for the defense counsel been boku. Will this make Tuesday, February, Magistrate Bayamaja don't agree now for sidon pan this matter, and this go surprise the public as plenty people been they expect say the matter for come up Thursday, February 19. According to the information we been come na court that day, where the matter been they on, one by the defense lawyer them, Suleiman Kabako Oman, been announced the lawyer them waiting up for the defendant. And after this, until the magistrate say they go on for renew them bail application for the defendant, as in say in clients gets reliable shorty when a Usman Fode Yansane and safe the defendant gets fixed abode and go come na court anytime when the court want time. After when the defense lawyer don't show them reason there, when feel say the magistrate for granting client's bail, the magistrate therefore stand down the matter and call the defense lawyer them and the Salon Bar Association in chamber. After we they engage for about 15 minutes, Magistrate Mustapha Bayamaja been come back and talk say in the give bail to the defendant Lansana Doumbia, but in the handover to the acting APC chairman Usman Fode Yansane to the Salon Bar Association. After this, the court therefore rise and the magistrate work have gone in chamber. But what in this mean to the APC party, the publicity secretary for the APC party, CDI attorneys explain.
It's everything you can say. If you say the law operates as a law independently, and we were hoping this would not happen earlier, even from the day he was arrested. But of course, we were patient as a political party for the lawyers the chance, and they have done a remarkable job. They keep me calm, and they don't, work hard for getting a self-bail, and he's now handed over to the chairman. So for us, we are grateful that the lawyers were able to pull this off, and they'll be able to calm we down as a political party and allow we for exercise patience while they do their part.
As not through the Salon Bar Association, the magistrates been handed by the Secretary General Lansana Doumbia to the acting APC chairman Tuma Aramagento Kamara, when are the president for the Salon Bar Association, in talk more about the role when they play on this case.
We as the Sierra Leone Bar Association, we protect we members them, and waiting we plead onto the judiciary is that we plead say we make a production order for let them produce the defendant, Mr. Lansana Doumbia Esquire, even though he's part of the executive of the All People's Congress, but he's also a lawyer and a member of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. So we decide to make an appeal to the judiciary and say, if we can do a production order, it can come, and we want let in team come renew the application for bail. And as we go also there and make sure say we stand there for them, they can hand over, so it will always available to the court.
And Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara, when I want party lawyer them for Lansana Doumbia, talk about how they feel where the Bar Association join on with them on this matter.
We're quite excited. We thank the magistrate, we thank the colleagues, they always stood steadfast, and we always contribute to the efforts for we do so this. But I'm more excited because we see the Bar Association join us for the very first time, and I think it is going forward for say the Bar is uniting once again. Exactly. And we will continue the matter on the 24th, and as a party we're happy, our Secretary General is back, the elections are on course, and so we're all ready, yes.
And one party APC flag bearer aspirant Mohamed Omodu Kamara inside his own talk being gets this for say.
I'm very joyful right now because despite being a party member, he's my brother because a Muslim na in brother to encompass Muslim. So for me, I respect the man, I respect his position, and I respect the role where they play in the party. Wallahi, this man will need him. The role where they play right now, the party is short of staff, especially the senior members there. You know, so the national executive, we are short of them. So if he absent, na big hole. So we need somebody like us.
As the matter will come up February 24 this year, the democracy will continue for give more updates about the status of the matter. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nafatunya Ngijibapa the report.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we come to we other studio guests as we look at the Armed Forces Day today. And we still get the defense spokesperson here, Commodore Asanse Kumba. And we don't talk about the Armed Forces Day, and also we don't talk about the activities. We also get another aspect of this program we get to do with waiting the do and as a plan for position the military of Salone to a modern military force.
Thank you very much. So waiting we do is stem from, I just want to lay the premise here, let people understand. You know, in every organization, policy or legal instrument, it sets a good step for you. So what we do as RSLAF, for the first time in the history of RSLAF, we get one policy document what we call National Defense Policy and Strategy, where we develop. In this policy, we couch them from the National Security Strategy and Policy document where the Office of National Security been developed. We've been charged with the responsibility for let we say develop plans and we own policy how we go forward. So in this document, one big thing we do now for set out a transformation agenda, what we call Force 2035. So we set a time, 2035, what we will achieve by that time and how we will achieve it. We've been get one document what they call Defense White Paper, what they been making in 2004. This document be done obsolete. So many things that don't they happen, the security threats and environment don't they change. But when they still work with this old document. So when this leadership come, the current leadership, we're able to fast track this document in production and we bring them out last year, 2025. So with this, we go back to tri-service. We come up from what we've been called Joint Force Command Framework. Now we go to a tri-service framework. We bring Army, Navy, and Air Force, as we always say. We see the President appoint the new Chief of Defense Staff, they appoint the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Naval Staff, the Chief of Air Staff, me, and the Chief of General Staff. This will happen. And after that, before we been did together, the MOD and RSLAF been laid in one building at the Ministry of Defense. So the RSLAF been for move, go na Cockrell Barracks. All this happened so that we were able to allow the services then for let them operate and get opportunities then for set out their own future. So as part of this, we look at another thing we'll look at now how we go modernize. Now that we don't establish the Army, Navy, Air Force, and then support command and day, how we go build with capacities. Let me put it in this way. We start with Army. For the Army, even though this regiment, where we call a commando regiment is set up, but this currently sits with the defense headquarters. But we try for establish a commando regiment. We go for the look at we counterinsurgency. We know what's in the happen now at the sub-region. So we need to prepare against that. We'll need to look at how we go train people in advanced military tactics then. We're going to be able to deal with that. How we go strengthen we border. In fact, as part of that with border management, we now look at how we go get border guards in place. Whereby we go involve local communities, local chiefs, the youths. Mind you, we currently get the Office of National Security structure where they look at PROSEC, Provisional Security, District Security, and Chiefdom Security. But we want to add this layer to it so that we go able to take care of the borders then very well and try for forestall some of the problems then where they get with the Guineans. We also look at the Navy. We want to look at the maritime domain. We know the blue economy, how they add value to Salone. But this blue economy, a lot of things they happen that way, we're not able to know. We get 420 square kilometers of water. Again, rich resources then. but we only get one boat where they take care of that. So we work towards having more capabilities. If we look at the air perspective, we try to bring surveillance drones and aircraft them. We get challenged with how for know what they happen on our border, what they happen on our water, how for move troops them. But all this by 2035, we want to establish fully where this Army, Navy, and Air Force go able to support the security infrastructure. So what then we do? One, we try to do what we call public-private partnerships. Because we all know for maintain defense and security, a huge money. And for put all that burden on government, it get for very difficult. If you put all that in the national budget, trust me, you're not going to take care of other places. So this leadership, they look at how we will able to use this public-private partnership for get infrastructure and deliver them service here. Two, we also they look at defense engagement. This leadership, they look at, we get friendly nations, the UK, the America, China, to name a few. You get many, Egypt. How we get defense attaches then through the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Then they go out there, then they engage with other armed forces then. For example, I give you an example with Egypt. We get a very good relationship now with Egypt. We don't get many defense engagement, memorandum of understanding, partnerships and all they sign, just for like able way for law we collaborate, so that we'll be able to bring them friendly nations there. We'll get equipment them from them. It could be through donation, it could be through foreign sales, we could be cheaper. And also we look at revenue generation. Revenue generation now are the most important thing we don't bring. So we don't even set up what we call defense enterprise service. Before, the armed forces may pay attention to only security, protecting national, protecting the territorial integrity. But if you look at section 165, bracket 2, and make it clear, say, we can able to contribute to national development. We'll be always just the consume. The money we government may spend per week for even eat, for move around, is so much. So now, we don't form this defense enterprise scheme. Where they look at, right now we get a corporate body, we get 5 subsidiaries under them, where they look at agriculture, civil engineering, healthcare, garment industry, and also we look at the peacekeeping mission. All this, because of time, I could just rush through them. These are outfits and hold on set, where they bring in investors them, we do joint ventures with them, we invest. Then, for example, we CDS don't make commitment for feeding troops then by 2026.
So by 2030, as you mentioned, the 2035, Salone don't get this air defense system and drone system.
That is our aspiration, and now we work. Now our aspiration, and now we work towards. So all NTR what they measure. Some of them either through with defense engagement or through with public-private partnerships. Then what they do, we want to make sure say we get team them we go able to help we follow achieve this with 2035.
Somebody says, say, Papa, military commander, sir, what do you use to train the Air Force troop when you indicate on air that the military faces Air Force equipment challenges and or the equipment are not available?
Okay, that's a very good question. Now, a very good question. Where simply what I go say is that in the armed forces or in the Air Force, we get 4 things that we look at. One, we personnel them, how we go recruit them and how we go train them. 2, the equipment, the assets them. 3, the infrastructure, how we go using them, and the resources them, logistics we carry out. So now this person don't talk about when you want bring assets. You know the way you get the aircraft force before you begin train person. We get our experience when I'm in Senwe in Egypt. Aircraft come eating up, then Senwe Egypt will go train. Before they come, the aircraft don't get problem. So whilst we set out plan how the aircraft here for come, in fact, I go please for inform Pambol and say, right now we get somebody, we don't come, a Canadian, and they look at for come, we don't sign memorandum of understanding, we try to get a joint venture agreement. Will this person get for bring aircraft and a Salone? I want on Salone hub for the sell aircraft to other ECOWAS country them. Then they also get for bring a school now for the trained pilots and technicians. So a lot of things that they in place now because of the time. A lot of things that they in place what they do right now for recruit the high caliber people. If Famble and recall right now recruitment they go on. Would they recruit right now? As part of this recruitment, we look at people that will then go turn pilots, people will go turn engineer, people will go turn different things in the Air Force need. And we also on the other side, this man we are talking about this company now, when MS Mike Sierra Africa Limited, when a Salone registered company, but it gets in branch from US when a Mike Sierra 760. then they come with them aircraft here, come with them trainers here, can open school now, Hastings, or they can reactivate Hastings, so that we go able to train indigenous and Sierra Leoneans then. In the next 18 months, that is the plan, forเราable to get aircraft in a salon and train people in a salon, and they're able to fly missions in a salon. So a whole lot of things that right now they go on for how we will achieve. We don't just say 2035, but it likely say some of these things will go achieve them before even 2035.
Okay. The program Good Morning Salone, they continue. They can say from 98.1 FM. We'll go now studio to week one.
Praise me Allah inside this Ramadan. Kini Joseph, what was you the one they go sola the holy o? I don't mind score. But I keep on my they come on my they go correct money. Tell me picking I don't save money for me but for the family. You know you read the news. I say PC4 in exchange bureau. The master sabi for in exchange bureau na the country. There's samba una with them Ramadan 1% cashback bonus. I say for any money where you go collect na any PC and Son shop, whether na through Western Union, MoneyGram or RIA, you go get 1% bonus cashback. So you will get from bull overseas. We go send for you money for this Ramadan. You pick it in school fee, the house rent, money for pool zakat. No collect them, no side. Once na through Western Union, MoneyGram or RIA, just go collect them. Now PC and Son shops them all about the country. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the Combra Foreign Exchange Bureau.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite. Pay other bill them and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yabadon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
You dey get problem for find the right bank for keep you couple or do business? Union Trust Bank UTB na your solution. UTB they do internet banking where they make them easy for you for know wetin dey happen with your account any side you dey anytime you put or take money. We dey give reimbursement then loan we no go monitor them for pay at all. Oh yes, Union Trust Bank na the bank for you. Na UTB, all we cosments them special and we get good workman them where they cater for all we cosments them banking service. We then a plenty sign at the country. We then a Kabbalah, Cambia, Lonsal, Jala, Maboka, Bo, Kenema, Kono and Mile 91. You can get more information but we na www.utb.sl or come na we head office na number 2 House Street, Freetown. Union Trust Bank, na the true bank for you.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue and una don't send una messages them inside the program 0779819881 also on our Facebook page. Now time for look at few messages them inside the program. The first one where they watch from a book Kali they say when we Israel won't have a military aircraft or helicopter for border control, medical evacuation, disaster response for transportation.
This one from Mystic Nadwazak say, as we start the holy month of Ramadan, may Allah accept our supplications and give us the barakah of Ramadan. Ramadan Karim to all Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad.
He say, Ponte J say, if you guys want to sell Juba barracks and raise money, which area do you guys want to build new barracks for the military?
This one from Alman says, Sheikh, if person don't cut fast and drink tramadol, a fast haram?
Okay, this one from Goruji, they say, that's my General Kumba. I knew him when he was a captain, a calm and generous personality. Happy to see you. Keep striving, Ruji from Netherlands.
This one from Mark 10, New England will say, More than 2 decades after the war, the nation is reaffirming its commitment to honoring those whose service came at great personal cost. In recent years, President Bio has revitalized National Remembrance Day commemoration, reinforcing the importance of recognizing sacrifice and service. This year's Armed Forces Day builds on that commitment, placing remembrance and recognition at the center of national reflection.
Because of time, I take the last one. He say, as today is the 10th annual Armed Forces Day, I want to use this medium to wish all serving personnel well in this celebration and also to reflect back to the fallen heroes and the war-wounded personnel. The people of Sierra Leone appreciate your service. Lastly, their welfare should be looked into. With that message here, so we come to check, let you respond to them quick one, we'll not get better time, and we come to Commodore.
Because okay, and then messages them there. Now one get question inside, the other one then I wish the Ramadan for Allah make them blessed. We say Amen. And concerning the question where the brother asks, say if after we don't break him fast, if he go take tramadol, if he fast will get problem. And this now important question. And is concerning the tramadol in and outside of Ramadan. The Prophet Salam say kullu muskirin haram. They say every intoxicant is haram, even if a little one, a small one, is haram. Now, for instance, the tramadol, some man go say, they check me, you understand? But na small, they make a water flop, you understand? Huh? So when they take them, they become addicted to them. And when they become addicted to them, they begin taking the large amount. And when you take the large amount, they begin take you out from your senses. And I made the Prophet Salam say, even if in a small amount, it's haram, because within that small, then they lead you for make you begin take boku one, we will take you out of your sense out of you. So if you be say you don't do the whole day they fast, and we be saying a month will be say for make you able to uplift your spirituality. And now as the day don't do, you don't break you fast, then you return back into that haram day where be saying a haram is not good. Because the Prophet Salam tell we one of the hadith say people them they will be say that therefore go on the day of judgment with large amount of good deeds. And then people them then good deeds them be like a mountain. God therefore crush them down. Allah they crush them down into dust. Why? They crush them down into dust. The Sahabi them aksa. He say, well, then people them because when they are in secret places, then they say when people they see them, then they transgress the limit of Allah. How then they transgress the limit of Allah? They go against the boundary, do haram things. Then when people they see them. Now, for instance, now you don't fast the whole Ramadan, and if the whole day of you don't fast, then after we don't break you fast, you go na corner, you take the pill, then waiting. You don't transgress against the limit of Allah. That make you fasting get a problem.
Thank you very much for joining me in today's edition of the program. Brother Suleiman Faris Jallo, Islamic motivational speaker. We talk about the importance of Ramadan. Plenty thank you. And come to you, Commodore Hassan Sie Kumba, Chief of Staff and Defense Spokesperson. You don't get some message, they don't respond to some, but quick one inside the program, you can respond to the one that we not being respond to earlier.
Thank you very much. So let's start with Mr. Kale, Abu Kale. Yes, as you say, I've responded. They look at when will they get military aircraft, for help with for do all that here. The when, I'm not going to give exact time, but are they assuring and the people of Sierra Leone that this administration, they do frantic efforts, they do everything possible for getting aircraft. As I mentioned earlier, and now because of time, we get somebody, an investor right now within a tongue, right now as we talk, would they work towards how we will get aircraft and how we go reactivate Hastings airfield. So then they work. If it's difficult, like I said, before we just been the consume. Now we don't open an outfit under the Defense Enterprise Service. This service we want to use through joint venture, what most public-private partnership, or we want to use defense engagement scheme for long we will get aircraft. Then this update in progress, and hopefully we will get that. So in terms of timeline, it can happen from this man where they tongue now in time, it will happen so soon, or it can be delayed if we go through other means. So, but sure, now top of the priority for this administration, and we work towards that. Then for the Juba barracks, I just want to inform Fambol and say the current administration we don't acquire thousands of hectares of lands. whether not for agricultural purpose, we don't plant cashew, we don't plant rice. If you go put local now, we don't do about 400 to 500 acres of cashew we don't plant. We target 1,000. By this, we look at 10,000 after 2-3 years. So for time, we don't do a lot, acquire land. And also, we don't acquire land around from Songona, Tego, Mashaka general area. Tego to even around Moyamba area. Big areas of land where we don't acquire. If you go to Nkolide, we buy all over the place. You go Kenema, we don't buy land. You go Moyamba, we don't buy land. What to make we do this? Now, for long, no can keep all the soldiers in a freedom. Soldiers, some soldiers in there, no really need for the freedom. Now, for example, we look at that Mile 91 Bo general area. Now, the center and freedom. If we're able to establish some unity and that, then unity and they go able to support any side in this country. So for then Juba barracks will go trade off. Please, we don't buy more land than we even need for now. For now, we're able to move people in. Moriton get space. If we trade off Juba, Moriton get space where you go put high-rise building. You know, these days, modern buildings, you just need piece of land. You can put high-rise and put it in there. You go put.
So how far the negotiation for Juba barracks?
It in progress. I not got the details, but I can give that details later when I confirm.
But not really mean for seller.
We don't get Defense Council approval for do that, because we don't do scoping on that. We don't look at the cost-benefit analysis. We don't look at if we lose them, which development it will bring to Freetown. If you put high-rise in that area there, we don't see how Aberdeen there right now. If you put some high-rise in, some newest in there, it will come on fine. Then how many soldier quarter there? About 18. Other space than they. We look at about 20-something acre. Okay. So, but if we trade and they off, we will get boku buildings. We will able to house more soldiers. Some side we will lack, and they go able to put two soldiers in a place so we able to control them. They go available when we need them.
Thank you very much for joining me today edition of the program. One for wishing all the best in the celebration. And in name na Asansie Kumba, Chief of Air Staff and Defense spokesperson. Every day inside the program, they talk about the Armed Forces, the 2026 activities and plans for position RSLAF as a modern military force na the sub-region. And also na the program we been get brother Suleiman Fariz Jallo, Islamic motivational speaker. We talk about the importance of Ramadan. Plenty thank you for joining me in this edition of the program. Adeyemi, and also Lent don't start today.
Of course, Lent don't start today. We now the holy month for the Christians them as well. We don't mark the beginning.
And the country is very holy right now.
Indeed, both the Muslims and the Christians they fast together. It shows how much the religious tolerance they play. That's Salone for see both Muslim and Christians they fast the same time.
You fast now?
Of course, at the fast.
Okay, plenty thank you to production team. Mange Mansare, we produce the program with support from Kabia and Adeyemi Jackson, and also DJ Sugarcane for technical support. Fatimata Samura for make una see live na Facebook. So till then, Musa Kamade say wonderful day. Bye bye.
And Adeyemi Jackson is a goodbye.